Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best centers in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark. On the channel, I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe for the most MyTEAM content on the platform. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. And at number 10, this is a tough decision. I decided between Myles Turner and Kareem, and I decided to go with the shooter in Myles. This was a tough one, I got to say. Kareem provides more size, but Myles is a much better shooter with a much better release and much higher three ball plus better shooting badges. So he's also a very good interior defender. I know he's only got 5 Hall of Fame badges, but he defends very well in the interior. He's a good rebounder with 90 offensive, 90 defensive rebounding. Got solid enough speed at 80, and the three ball rating is solid. Overall, he does a lot of things really well. I think he's a very solid card and doesn't really have any significant flaws at the center position. I think he just is a guy who can hold it down at a very high level, still can compete against pretty much anybody. Now, at the number 9 spot, we have PJ Brown. I should have had this card on my power forward list, and it's my bad that I didn't, because he would have been likely a couple spots higher than the lowest guys in the list, because it should have been a couple above a couple of those guys, but I forgot him. Either way, at center, yes, he's got the lower three ball. His jumper's absolutely elite, though. The exact same jumper as Tyson Chandler. It's the same jumper Tyson's had the last couple of years, so if y'all know that shot, it's really good. I did do a gameplay with him. I was very impressed with him. He's got solid enough speed. He's an elite defender, really good rebounder and finisher as well. And I feel like he stretches the floor enough, plays at a high level on the interior and both sides, has enough speed. Just gives you kind of everything you want at the center position in terms of defense, shooting, rebounding, all that type of stuff with good speed and good versatility. I really like this card. And I think at the 4 or the 5, he is a stud. Number 8 is going to be Jack Sikma. I think the Sikma card is good. I like him a lot. I wish he was a teensy bit faster. That'd be the biggest critique of the card. And I still think he's a really good card, though, even with that being the case. No significant flaws for Jack Sikma. I mean, his jumper is incredible. He's a really good defender as well. Another guy who rebounds well, defends on the interior at a high level, finishes well as well. 85 standing, 80 driving dunk isn't amazing, but it gets the job done. Almost think he might be better at power forward than at center, but I feel like at both positions, he's very viable and can give you whatever you need at either position. I think he's a really good card and has no significant serious flaws. I'm a big fan of Mr. Jack Sikma again, and there's just a lot of really good centers because all 3 of these guys are super viable, and having them at the bottom of this list should go to show how deep this position is. Number 7, same type of card, Jaren Jackson. Is he super tall? No, not really, but he's got a good player build. He's fast. Another great shooter with a very fast jump shot. Another guy who does everything well. Elite defender, really good finisher. 85 standing and driving dunk, off post, riser, rise up will get the job done. Good rebounder. Another guy who's going to compete at a very high level with a fast jump shot. There's just a lot of cards at the center position that can compete at that competitive-ish level. And I have no issues whatsoever with Jaren either if you're running him as your center. Like, he's going to get the job done in every specific way and has, again, no real flaws. Like, what is he bad at? Shot creation? Okay, not that big of a deal. He's not the tallest center in the world, but I still think he is a very good card as well. Now, number 6, I'm sorry, is going to be D12, Dwight Howard. I do wish Dwight had a little bit bigger player build. He's 6'10", but he's not super tall, would be my biggest critique, I think, of the card. But again, has no, like, he's so fast and such a good defender that he just is dominant, even though he's not the greatest shooter and isn't unbelievably tall. Jumper's good enough. It's not like elite. Every shot on this list before him is better, but he is so fast and so dominant on the interior on both ends of the court. He's the fastest big in the game and feels like it too when you use him. I really think he's just a do-it-all card as well, a guy who's going to give you whatever you need at the center position and going to guard guys who are bigger than him at a high level as well because of how impressive he is on the defensive end of the court. Number 5 is going to be Joel Embiid. Joel provides that stereotypical center size that nobody in the bottom 5 really provides, where he's 7 foot with a very big player build, bulky player build as well. 84 speed, 87 three ball, 85 standing dunk, 75 driving isn't great, but does have Hoff post, riser, and rise up, some other interior finishing badges. Hoff box, beast brick wall, movable paint, patroller post, lockdown, rebound chaser. Again, one of those guys who can defend in every area. Incredible on the interior with a 97 interior, really good rebounder as well. And his jumper's solid, like another guy who just, I think he's more a little bit of a typical center than these guys because he's just taller than all of them, but he's really good and still can compete at the highest level at the center position. Now, number 4 is going to be Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem is another one who he's basically Embiid, but I think a little bit better. I feel like he gets slightly better interior animations when you look at the defense, when you look at the even the shooting. I think his jumper might be a little bit better than Embiid's. He's got good speed at 87. Again, 97 interior, 94 block, 95 offensive, 96 for defensive rebounding. Does not have half rebound chaser. It'd be nice if he did. But I like his jumper a lot. I've liked it the last 2 years, honestly. I'm just a fan of Hakeem's jumper. And I love the speed. I think he gets dominant interior animations and always gets really good animations in my team. That's something that's always been true about Hakeem on the interior. And again, another great card. Number 4, I should say, on the list. Number 3 is going to be David Robinson, the level 40 reward for season 3 of my team. Another guy who, again, if you need a center, he's going to shoot the ball at a really high level. And I will say, if you have any critiques about this card, it would probably be the jump shot. Just because it can be a little bit like, I don't know. I don't have serious issues with this jumper, to be honest, but it can be a teensy bit baited when he gets tired and stuff and slows down. But again, it's really good. Like, I have no problems with his shot, especially when he's open. And defensively, he's amazing. He's got more complete stats and badges than pretty much anybody on this list. And again, it's just another one of those cards where what do you need him to do at the center position? Because he can do it no matter what it is. Another guy who's just going to hold it down at a crazy high level and has no real flaws, which is really something. I mean, the center position is already so soup. These cards are already elite defenders with great speed who can shoot the ball super well and dunk the ball well and everything. Like, D-Rob's just another example of that. But the top 2 centers I do think are a level above the rest, with Kristaps Porzingis at number 2, a 7'2" big, so he's got more size than anybody else on this list. Yes, he's only got 80 speed, so he's one of the slower big men on this list, but he's an elite shooter with half deadeye, limitless, and set shot as a base card. Half posterizer and rise up as well. I know his defensive badges and stats aren't quite as impressive as Embiid, Hakeem, D-Rob, guys like that, but still has 94 rebounding. And again, 7'2", that height is something you just can't teach. Big player build as well. I feel like he's the type of guy who also gives you the best opportunity to try to counter a Victor Wembanyama, which is another plus about this card, is his ability to counter the other tall, glitchy big, who of course y'all know who that's going to be in Victor Wembanyama. And just again, what do you need from him at the center position? He will give you besides playmaking, and his size is something that you just can't teach. Coming in at number 2. Number 1, though, best pass center in the game still is Victor Wembanyama. He's 2 inches taller than Wemby. He has a release that is almost impossible to contest. He's only 1 speed slower. The speed issue and 79 speed is not an issue at 7'4". He is amazing defensively because of his height, and that's something that also provides really glitching ability to be a masher and things of that nature. Again, what do you need him to do? He will do at a crazy high level. Elite shooter, elite defender, elite masher. And speed-wise, I know 79 is slower than almost everybody else on this list, but it just doesn't matter that much for a card like Victor Wembanyama. He is absolutely incredible in my team and a no-brainer number 1 card at the center position, and still overall, I think, the best card in the game. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.